Communication is a three-way street, y'all. Let's talk about it. This is Andy with Mindset Matters More, and we're going to talk about communication and how things can get lost in translation, which miscommunications, misunderstandings happen all the time. Not only are we combating our preconceived notions, the things that we believe and tend to hold true when other people are trying to give us other information. But we also have to think about the way that people talk, the way that people say things, and the way that we hear them, because sometimes we are not speaking the same language. Sometimes you're saying it's 4:15, and sometimes I'm saying it's 4:15, and we just do not see eye to eye on what time it is. But we're saying the same thing. So I want to give a small little anecdote that's going to make me look mad stupid because I'm mad stupid sometimes. So my grandmother, she had told me that her great-grandfather was from de la China. That's what she said. She's like, oh, mi bisabuelo era de la China. And so I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm 132nd Chinese. Like, oh my goodness, like I have ancestors from China. I need to go make a pilgrimage to Beijing. Kung Pao is my new favorite meal. Ni hao, motherfuckers. Like I was telling everybody I was 132nd Chinese. And so later on, my grandmother passed away. Rest in peace, Tita. And we were sitting around with my aunts, we were talking about family tree and trying to preserve it. And I happened to bring up that, okay, so who's this ancestor who is from De La China? She was like, what? What are you talking about? She was like, actually, we do have a great-grandfather, but he is from a region in Guatemala called De La China. And I'm like, oh, so what you're saying is I've been lying to people about being 132nd Chinese. And she's like, yeah, pretty much. Dude, like everybody had a good old laugh at my expense. My husband especially. Like, let me tell you, he always talks about whenever we go eat Chinese food, he's like, oh, does this remind you of your ancestors? Like, he just makes fun of me so bad. Because it was like legit 3 years that I was telling people I was from part Chinese. So, I mean, let's not even talk about that year that my mom was Jewish for a year. Like, he does not let me live that down either. But that's a story for another time. Point being is that sometimes we hear something and we just run away with what we believe was said. We create all these stories around it, and we are all of a sudden Chinese for 3 years. I mean, sometimes they're not that silly. Sometimes they can be grave mistakes. Sometimes they cause arguments. Sometimes they're like, oh, I said this, but I meant that. It came out the wrong way, came out with the wrong tone, so you couldn't hear it. So communication is really fucking hard. When you break it down, it's not easy. Communication is not as simple as me saying XYZ and you understanding XYZ. It's a whole language that, most people haven't mastered. And so if somebody has told you something lately, and I think this is the real message that I want to give out to you today, is that if somebody has told you something that is not sitting right with your spirit, if it's not sitting right with the way that you feel, if you feel like, man, how could they say that to me? Why would they say that to me? I don't understand what prompted them to say this thing to me. If all of a sudden your spirit is like rocked because of this thing, start to examine it. Start to think, okay, what is it about this that is actually disturbing me? Is it because I believe it's true? Is it because I don't believe it's true? Is it the way that they said it? Is it who said it? Does that come with some preconceived notion? Does that come with baggage on my end about what that means? And start to explore inside of you really, what is it that is making you so upset? What is it that is making you feel less than? What is making you come out of your spirit and into the realm of anger? Because words, they're just that. Why is it that we place so much importance on what other people say? Why is it that we place so much weight to be accepted, to be loved, to be respected, to be cared for, to be cherished on another human being? Why do we put that weight on them? It's our job to do it for ourselves first. It's our job to be the person who loves us the most, cares about us the most, respects us the most. And if we're letting other people disturb our spirits with their words, then we've got some boundary issues. There should be nothing that rocks you. You should be like, okay, if they're telling you something that isn't true, why the fuck does it matter? If they're telling you something that is true, then that's feedback that you can take and evolve and grow and be better. So why are you upset? You got to think of it through the lens of, okay, how can I get stronger? Is it by realizing that what they're saying is not true? Or is it by realizing that what they're saying is true? And you know what? Maybe I could evolve a little bit in that way. So that's it for me today. It's going to be wicked short today because I just had to share that little story with you guys and just talk about communication, because I so often, somebody will tell me something and I'm like a wilting flower, like, oh, how could they say that? And it usually takes me like a good 24 to 48 hours to be like, oh, wait a minute. That's not me. So I thought I would just pass on these little musings to you guys. I hope you got a kick out of it. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.